Deck the halls with zombie guts. It all started on Christmas Eve in the sleepy little town of Snowdrift, where the Johnson family was gearing up for a cozy holiday. Mom, Julie, a practical woman with a sarcastic streak, was putting the finishing touches on the tree while her kids, Max, 13, and Lucy, 9, debated whether Santa could still deliver presents if his sleigh was attacked by rogue drones. Dad, Frank, however, was conspicuously absent. "Where's your father?" Julie muttered, wedging a crooked star atop the tree. She glanced at the clock. 7:45 p.m. Frank had promised to get home early with eggnog and a new set of lights to replace the ones Lucy had accidentally melted with a hairdryer experiment. "I bet he stopped at Gus's bar," Max said, typing furiously on his phone. Again. "Your father isn't..." Julie stopped mid-sentence as a loud thud came from the front porch, followed by a wet, gurgling groan. "Did Dad fall down drunk again?" Lucy asked, unfazed. Julie sighed and threw on her coat. "Stay here. If he's passed out, we're going to have words about ruining another Christmas." Opening the door, she found Frank slumped against the railing, covered in what she initially assumed was barbecue sauce. His shirt was torn, his face was pale, and his mouth hung open like a catfish. "Frank, what the hell?" Julie stepped closer, only to have her husband lurch forward, snarling. His teeth snapped an inch from her face. "Mom, Dad's a zombie," Max yelled from the doorway. Julie jumped back just in time to avoid Frank's clumsy grab. "He is not a zombie," she snapped instinctively, but the sight of his milky, dead eyes and the fact that he was now actively trying to eat her said otherwise. Frank lunged again, and Julie instinctively smacked him with the rolled-up toy catalog for bargain hunters. It was about as effective as reasoning with the DMV. "Mom, I'm pretty sure he's a zombie," Max repeated, filming the encounter on his phone. "Not helping, Max," she barked, dodging another swipe. "Lucy, get the snow shovel." "I'm making hot cocoa," Lucy shouted back. "Lucy, now." The girl returned a moment later, wielding the shovel like a medieval knight with a grudge. Julie grabbed it and, with an unceremonious whack, sent Frank's head flying into the snow. It landed upright, his jaws still snapping. "Well, that's festive," Julie muttered, staring at the decapitated but still active head of her husband. Max joined her on the porch, sipping cocoa. "So, what do we do now? Call 911. "I don't think this is a call the cops situation," Julie replied, gesturing to the headless corpse still twitching at her feet. As if on cue, their elderly neighbor Mrs. Crumpet wandered into view across the street. She was dragging a Christmas wreath in one hand and a bloody reindeer lawn ornament in the other. Her face was half gone. "Oh, lovely," Julie said dryly. "It's not just your father." "Zombie apocalypse," Max cheered, already typing a tweet. "Snowdrift Zombie Christmas is trending soon. Calling it." Julie dragged both kids inside, barricading the door with the coffee table. "All right, listen up. Here's the plan. We survive until morning. Then we figure out what's going on and..." "Or we die horribly," Max offered helpfully. "I swear to God, Max, one more comment like that and I'll feed you to the zombies myself," Julie snapped. Lucy raised her hand. "Do we still get presents?" Julie stared at her daughter. "Sure, if we survive, you can have whatever's in Dad's Amazon cart." "Cool." The night went downhill fast. The neighbors all seemed to have the same idea. Turn undead, ruin Christmas. Zombies pounded at the windows, groaning like hungover carolers. Julie grabbed a baseball bat. Max found a set of nunchucks from his ill-fated karate phase, and Lucy armed herself with a rolling pin and a candy cane sharpened to a point. "Zombie skewers," Lucy declared, stabbing one through the mail slot. The family fought valiantly. Julie smashed zombie skulls while muttering darkly about how Frank had left her to clean up everything. Max live-streamed their battle with commentary. "Mom's really good with a bat. Probably because of Little League?" and Lucy discovered that zombies hated peppermint when she lobbed hot cocoa bombs at them. By dawn, Snowdrift was eerily quiet. The family peered out through the cracked living room window. "Looks like they've moved on," Julie said, slumping against the wall. "Do you think Santa's okay?" Lucy asked, holding her sticky candy cane weapon like a war trophy. "Sweetheart," Julie said, brushing zombie guts off her sweater, "if Santa's smart, he stayed the hell away from Snowdrift this year." Max grinned. "Best Christmas ever." Julie gave him a deadpan look. "Oh, sure. Your dad's decapitated head is out there under the snow like a Frosty the Snowman tribute act. Best Christmas ever." But even Julie had to admit, as they sat together eating slightly burned Christmas cookies and dodging the occasional zombie groan from the street, that it had been a Christmas to remember. And as Lucy pointed out later, Frank's demise meant more presents for everyone next year. "Silver linings," Julie said with a sigh, raising her coffee mug in a toast. "Merry Christmas, kids. Try not to die before New Year's."